What's going on, champs and champets? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video, we have to go ahead and talk about Fortnite Festival in this week's Jam Track rotation. I know that might sound weird because we don't really talk about Fortnite Festival on this account at all. We did back when the mode first released, but now there isn't really too much to talk about except, hey, new songs this week. But I thought I would go ahead and talk about today's video because there's a little bit more to talk about than just, hey, there's new songs. But to start us off, of course, as I've already said, hey, there's new songs this week. All of these should be releasing this Thursday. However, Epic Games has sometimes had weird scheduling conflicts with some of these things where some of them end up actually releasing on Thursday and others don't. But in it, and I apologize ahead of time if I butcher any words here, we have a new Atlas song called Paso Ben Solto, slowed version. We have Big Filling by BK the Rula, and then we have Well Whatever It Was by Joyce Manor. If you're curious what the actual difficulty charting is, you can see it over on the right side. Now the icons with a plus next to them is like pro drums, pro vocals, you know, pro lead, pro bass, all the type of stuff. But the longest song we're actually getting this week is Well Whatever It Was by Joyce Manor at a length of 2 minutes and 12 seconds. The Atlas song is a length of 2 minutes and 2 seconds, and then the Big Filling song by BK the Rula is a length of 2 minutes and 1 second. Some rather shorter songs this time around. You know, a lot of people kind of expected us to get at least one like 3-minute long song. You know, we've had some 6 to 7 minute long ones before. Not intentional pun of 6-7, I apologize. But it's been something that's been pretty interesting to see. Now, what is important to talk about here? Why are we even talking about, hey, new jam tracks? Well, there's a few things. Firstly, when it comes to that new Atlas jam track, it actually was supposed to release a year ago and wasn't supposed to be that version. If we go ahead and put this image on screen, you can see the exact same jam track being announced in an Instagram post from a year ago. However, the main difference was this wasn't a slowed version. So it makes me wonder what ended up happening that caused the whole entire jam track to get delayed by a whole, you know, a year basically. Why is it that we're getting the slow version when a year ago they already had finished and planned to release a non-slowed original version? Where there's some licensing issues that they weren't able to get the original but they were able to get a slowed version for? It honestly makes no sense to me, but it's something we're noticing Epic Games doing, and it was something that I just felt was a little bit worth a discussion here because of that slight change. As you guys know, when we talk about jam tracks, we seem to have a lot of effects going on with them where they get scrapped over and over again. There will be things that were announced like a year ago or leaked a year ago, like the golden jam track for K-pop Demon Hunters that we thought was going to be maybe a Wave 2 thing, and then it never ended up releasing in the game, and it seems like that just kind of keeps happening, and it's just a little odd here and there. Now, there already is some controversy around Atlas entirely, other than just the fact that we're getting, you know, that new jam track by him in a slowed version, and the fact that it already existed a year ago, because of the fact that if we go ahead and look at that image, according to what people have been saying online, and apparently this is why people didn't want the collaboration when it first got announced a year ago, and people thought this was delayed or scrapped because of that controversy, is that the album image art, so that art you're actually seeing for the cover of the jam track, is apparently AI generated in like generative AI, or like, you know, I don't, ChatGPT, Grok, whatever people are using generate AI images with. That's what that image apparently was made from, at least from what people online have been able to say. Now, there have been people saying that is Epic Games going to be doubling down on AI and everything now that they've gone ahead and publicly said, hey, we use AI for Fortnite. We have this stuff over here that is all involving around AI and all this type of stuff. Is Epic Games just going to be fully artificial going forwards? Or is this just something that, you know, they were trying to get in the game for the longest time? You know, when the season, or I guess when Fortnite Festival first released, we already had like Witch Gang in the game, which, if I remember correctly, a lot of people were talking about Witch Gang basically being like fully AI generated, or mostly, or just like the image or something. So there's still some things here and there relating to AI and jam tracks that get a little bit more confusing, and I want to hear in the comments down below, do you care about that? Will you be purchasing the jam track? Will you be ignoring it? Or is it something where you're just like, hey, play it while it's in the daily rotation, and then since it's not something you probably listen to normally, don't pick it up? Now, I definitely think there's going to be some people who do pick it up, and there's going to be some people who don't pick it up, but it's just a weird situation overall relating to that Atlas guy, or person, or band, or whatever else, where there's people who thought it was originally scrapped, you know, due to the AI generative image or whatever else. There are other people saying, you know, maybe they just couldn't get the licensing rights, or the song was unfinished or whatever, and then here we are a year later, getting that slowed version enabled and put into the item shop this Thursday. Whatever the case, hope you champs and champets enjoyed today's YouTube video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another upload. So until then, peace out.